of them.
I just want to quickly say, so this brings us to our final segment of the show this evening. It's something that we have been meaning to do for a while, but have not yet done on Fantasy Labs. This is where we look outside of our community to see stuff that has become popular among other Dungeons & Dragons homebrew communities. Specifically in this case, Pete, we're looking at what? r/UnearthedArcana on Reddit, correct?
Yes, where all manner of homebrewers, such as ourselves, create content and submit it. This was one I liked called the Sky Warden by user NotTheSmoooze. If you're watching NotTheSmoooze, I think you made a cool little thing here. I haven't gotten all the way. I read most of it. I haven't gotten all the way to the end, so maybe the last sentence will be like, "Oh, this is untenable." But the Sky Warden.
And if you like this, you can find more of their work at tiny.cc/smooze with 3 O's.
Indeed. Also, for the record, this artwork is not ours. It's created by someone named Yasin Stolov. I'm sorry, I probably pronounced their name wrong. But also, you can check that person out too. But the Sky Warden. Sky Wardens guard against threats from the world above the clouds, using specialized tactics and unique magic to hunt monsters like rocks, evil dragons, and other airborne terrors, and slay them in their natural environment. To be clear, this is a ranger archetype that wasn't specified on the class anywhere. Here it's specified now. The first of these rangers learn their magic from storm giants, and remnants of that thunderous power can be seen to this day. The most powerful Sky Wardens streak across the horizon like lightning, and the storm follows after.
I really like this. I would argue that evil dragons is a funky stipulation. I'd really like to play one of these guys who hunts good dragons, just to be against the archetype a little bit, but...
which you can just do anyway.
Yeah.
Starting at 3rd level, you learn an additional spell when you reach certain levels in this class, as shown in the Sky Warden spells table. Spell counts as a ranger spell for you, but it doesn't count against the number of ranger spells you know. We got Featherfall, Earthbind, Haste, Storm Sphere, and Control Winds. I'm maybe not 100% sold on Haste.
I think it makes perfect sense, personally.
You see it?
Yeah, because I kind of see this this character doing a lot of climbing, right, jumping from treetops to treetop. I think that works for me, in terms of going quickly, leaping between trees. See, I just finished watching Avatar, and I know you did too.
Yes.
What was the episode with the Earth Kingdom terrorists who wanted to blow up the dam? Anyway. You mean Jet? You mean Jet and the Freedom Fighters? Yeah, Jet and the Freedom Fighters. Yeah, when they're leaping between the tree branches, Aang and Jet, really fast. That's kind of how I see this. That's how I see this Haste.
Well, they're about to get cool flying wings, so they're not even going to need that in a second.
Oh, wow.
But their core features Death from Above. Starting at 3rd level, you strike like a bird of prey. Once on each of your turns, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to a creature you hit with a weapon attack if you're at least 10 feet above the target. You can deal this extra damage even if the target isn't directly underneath you. When you reach 11th level, this extra damage increases to 2d6.
Interesting.
And also at 3rd level, they get Tempest Wings. At 3rd level, you gain the ability to sprout a pair of powerful but fleeting wings. At the start of your turn, you can manifest your Tempest Wings, gaining a flying speed equal to your current walking speed. Your wings fade at the end of your next turn unless you expend another use of this feature. If you're flying when the wings fade, you can use them to slow your descent, taking no damage from the fall. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier, minimum of once. You gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
This is a really cool feature. I love that design.
I do too, yeah.
Very, very good. At the start of your turn is funky, but you have to have it for the rest of the feature.
Yeah. It's also a little bit strong, but it's very cool, and it makes the expenditure of it is great too. But let's do the whole thing. Tempest Dash. Starting at 7th level, you can use your reaction immediately after a creature hits or misses you with an attack to move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. If you don't have your Tempest Wings, you can manifest them as a part of the same reaction. Pretty cool. When someone hits you, you just can dive at them. It's not a ton of power there.
Yeah, it's funky. The manifest your Tempest Wings as part of the same reaction. That's interesting.
Because I assume the idea is that the bird, you get shot in like a tower, and then you just like and you fly up at him. But Thunderbird. By 11th level, you effortlessly soar above the clouds. You can use your Tempest wings an unlimited number of times. Additionally, you're acclimated to high altitude, including elevations above 20,000 feet.
Whoa.
How significant is flight at 11th level?
Well, let's just keep going for now.
Yeah. Starting at 15th level, you rule the skies. When you aren't underground or indoors, your Tempest wings grant you a flying speed equal to twice your walking speed. Additionally, the storm follows you wherever you go. You gain resistance to lightning and thunder damage, and whenever you use your Tempest dash, the attacker takes lightning damage equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1 if you aren't incapacitated.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it gets a lot of little stuff. A little bit muddy, I think.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like that additionally paragraph should probably be the 11th level feature, and I think the unlimited uses should be the 15th level feature. Just comparing against like what other rangers typically get at 11th level, they get damaging features. And this one doesn't do that. This one gives you utility and then gets your damage at 15. It's typically the opposite, right? Where they'll get their utility or defensive feature at 15 and the damaging feature at 11th. Even more so, unlimited flight at 11th level. I mean, what's a draconic sorcerer gets their unlimited flight at 14th. Most would get their unlimited flight at a higher level than 15 or 11 than 11. So I don't know. I think it should kind of be switched to those two.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's the start of your turn.
Plus, I think Thunderbird should probably have the thunder and lightning damage, right?
Yeah, that should definitely have that damage already on it. It just felt kind of like a weird tack on to Eye of the Storm, but it would have felt very natural, I think, in Thunderbird.
Yeah, and it could be thunder or lightning damage, your choice, equal to the wisdom modifier. I think that's just a nice little add-on there.
Honestly, it feels like it could feel a lot more natural in Tempest Dash, because Tempest Dash just seems like it kind of doesn't do a lot here.
It's funky. It's funky because at 7th level, looking at the Hunter Ranger, right? They get features like that. Actually, they'll get specific defensive features, and this is a very niche defensive feature. I think actually Tempest Dash works by convention of what Rangers typically get at their levels. This is a very well put together subclass.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I've been looking to do this for a while, and this was maybe one of the better ones I've ever seen on there. It's definitely an inspired idea. The Sky Warden sounds like something that you would have in D&D. There's no bird rangers, for lack of a better way of putting it. There's no ranger that specialization is taking down those kind of flying creatures, and it felt like a very natural thing for there to be a ranger subclass about. I like this a lot. It needs some tweaking, as most things do, but I think this is a cool little subclass this guy put together.
Yeah, I like this quite a bit. NotTheSmoooze, if you created this and you're watching this somehow, you know it's good already, but it's good.
Good.
I would definitely switch around those 11th to 15th features, though, or at least parts of them. But yeah, solid.
Yeah,
very
that's
solid.
it. I had another one, but I don't think we can do another one. I think that's enough for today. We'll maybe try another one next week.
Yeah, man, part of the reason I love this kind of stuff, right, is, again, we mentioned it way earlier in the show, it's the inspiration you can see from checking this kind of stuff out. This is a very cool, very, very cool option. I'd love to play something like this. Or include like an order of these guys in my world, actually. That would be very cool. Sorry, you say it.
Whatchamacallit? I forgot what I was going to say. As fans of in this community, I know so many people in this community are fans of jokey magic items. r/UnearthedArcana is the home of jokey magic items, so you'll definitely find some entertaining things there.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to wrap us up for our show. Thank you. I want to say thank you to literally everyone who hung out, who chatted and offered their ideas and their inspiration as we were kind of going through, their critique and feedback. Double extra thank you to those who submitted work for us to talk about here. We really appreciate all the content you guys create. And to Frosty Pirate, who braved the Lich's Lair today. I don't think we mentioned it at the time, but it is braving the Lich's Lair it is it's
Absolutely.
hard to just put your content out for critique and kind of free discussion. And we really appreciate you having an open mind and for staring with your really awesome monster. Honestly, it was really great.